Yeah, so since we are starting the recordings, I'm going to show you this because this is regarding the data unit conversions, right? So then these two things. Okay, so for the people who are watching the recordings, you are going to connect with the question number 10, I guess, right? So before that, we discuss the second question, fourth and fifth and sixth and eighth, in case if anyone need the clarification, just contact me or just ask me on the next session, right? So like couldn't on the recording previously, right? So I'm going to put the recording from here, right? Okay, so people, are we done? Can we move to the paper? Anyone who's still writing this? All right, so I'm going to move. So when you are doing the calculation, you can use this chart, right? So this is the one you need to figure out when a particular question has the comparison or like the conversion of bytes into several different units, right? So yeah, we are dealing with the 10th question here. So in the 10th question, they are asking 2 megabyte contains. Now it is easy for us to do, right? So how we are going to do this? 2 megabytes. And if you look into the answers, it comes from the bytes. So 2 megabytes need to be converted into bytes. So we need to write the journey. So megabytes will become kilobytes. Kilobytes will become bytes. So 2 can be taken as 2 or 2 to the power 1, right? And from megabyte to kilobyte, we need 2 to the power 10. To convert from kilobyte to byte, we need another 2 to the power 10, right? So altogether, we can say it's 2 to the power 21 bytes we have. So let's look into the answers. Yeah. Oh, it seems to be there are 2 answers which are correct. The second and the fourth. Yeah, 2 to the power 21 is correct, as well as 2 into 2 to the power 20 is, I'm sorry, no, that is 10 into 20, I'm sorry, my bad, right? So it's only, the correct answer is 2 to the power 21 bytes. Don't deceive with this. This says 10 to the power 20s, right? So because of that, that is wrong. So the clear answer is 2 to the power 21 bytes. Now you know how to deal with this thing. Right, moving forward, the 11th one. So the 11th question is saying a student borrows 50 rupees from his friend and paid it back completely in 2 installments, A and B. I think you can remember there was a question like this in the previous paper as well. Which of the following could be the binary equivalent of the installments, right? So all you have to do is we have to convert the values and see what's going to be our answer. So if you consider the very first answer of the 10th, of the 11th actually, so it says A is equals to 1,000,000 and 10. So 1,000,000 and 10. If we convert this into the binary, we should have the place values 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. We are going to consider the places which hold 1. So that means a 32 plus 2. will give 34 as the answer, right? So A is 34 with that value. So B contains, they are like 1, 1, 0, 0. So like 1, 1, 0, 0. That contains the place values of 1, 2, 4, and 8. So again, we are going to consider the symbols which contains 1, because when we have zeros, the multiplication will be a 0. So no point of considering those. So this 8 plus 4. So that's going to give you 12 in 10. So 34 plus 12, it's not going to provide you a 50. So definitely first one is wrong. Right? So then, yeah, when it comes to the second one, it says 1, 0, triple ones, 1, 0, 0, triple ones. So like 1, 0, 0, triple ones. This has the place value of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32, right? So this is going to give you 32 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, right? So that means 32 plus 4 is 36, 36 plus 2 is 38, 38 plus 1 is 39, right? And the part B, it contains 1, 0, 1, 0, right? So that means 1, 0, 1, 0. Now, this indicates what? 1, 2, 4, 8. So 8 plus 2 is going to be considered, this is 10. So it's 39 and 10 in the second answer, which is 49, not equaling to the 50. Right? So in the third answer, so the second answer is not going to be a 1. In the third answer, it has 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1. So 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1 is going to give you 35, as I remember, right? So let's calculate it quickly. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So the place values 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Yeah, so it gives 32 plus 2 plus 1, which gives you 35. So in B, it has 4 ones, right? Yeah, 4 ones. So 4 ones is going to give you 1, 2, 4, 8. Everything is going to be add up. So this is going to give you 15. So 35 plus 15 equals to 50, right? So for that reason, third one can be taken as the answer, right? So the third one is going to be the answer. Okay, so that's the answer for the 11th. And the 12th, it asks the ASCII code of character A is 65. Which one of the following represent the character A in binary? Which is very easy, right? So you have to convert 65 into binary. So how we are going to convert into 65 into binary? You can take 65 and you can divide it by 2, right? So this gives you 32, 1 is remaining. This gives you 16, 0 is remaining. This gives you 8, 0 is remaining. We are dividing until when? Until we found something less than 2 or until the 0. You can use both the ways. So this is 4 and 0 is remaining. 2 and 0 is remaining. And 1 and 0 is remaining, right? You can stop from this point. Considering this one and the rest of the remainders, you can find the answer. Saying 1, 5 zeros and 1, right? Or else, what else you can do? You can divide this 1 by 2 and say 0 and 1 is remaining. Then you can consider these remainders from bottom to top. Again, it's going to give you the same answer, 1, 5 zeros and 1. So anyhow, The answer is going to be the fourth one, right? So for the 12th, fourth one is the answer. 14th, yes, we had the similar kind of a situation earlier, right, in the other paper as well. P equals 1010, Q equals 4 ones. Then they are asking what's the output or what's the value, right? So we have to convert these binary values into the decimals and do the addition. Then we have to convert into something like this. So you got the answers in binary and hexadecimal. So you only need to bother about those two. So P is, they have given 1010. So if you think about the place values, it is 1, 2, and 4, 8 things are there, 8 and 2, which is equals to 10. And Q is given as all ones. So you can take these all ones, 1, 2, 4, and 8. So everything needs to be add up. That gives you 15. Yeah, Minul, you can add the binaries, but when you are adding the binaries, it's not going to be the answer like 1111, Minul. It's going to be something with 5 bits, Minul, not only 4 bits. Right, Minul? So you need to know how the addition is happening, right? In the previous syllabus, we did the addition, but not in your syllabus, right? So 10 plus 15 is going to give you a 25, right? So if we consider 25 as a binary value, what are we going to do is we are going to divide 25 by 2. So it's going to be 12 and 1 is remaining. Again 12, 6 and 0 is remaining. Again 2, 3 and 0 is remaining. Again 2, 1 and 1 is remaining, right? So you can take 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 as the binary value which represents the 25. So do we got something like that? 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Yeah, the first answer is there. So we can consider the answer as the first one, right? For the 14th, the answer is the first one, right? So that is how we are going to deal with these kind of things if you get a 1 now, right? So you add it, then convert it and see. Okay, then the 15th, which of the following Boolean relation is verified by the given truth table? Yeah. So now, yeah, this is kind of a out of syllabus one paper because the Boolean laws or the rules are there in the previous paper, but here you can understand because you know what happens when 1 is multiplied with 0 and 1 is add up with 0, right? So I'll give you the marks, but I'll show you what happens here. You know that 0 is multiplied with 1, it's going to produce a 0. So definitely this is going to be an addition, right? This 1 is going to give you by 0 plus 1 operation. And again, this 1 can also be produced by 1 plus 1, right? That means these two things, right? So the law which is implementing is a plus 1 is equals to 1 because output is 1 always. So a plus 1, regardless of what is the value of the a, it gives you a 1 as the answer, right? Anyway, the correct answer is 4, but this is out of syllabus. You can take marks for that. Right, people, how's the situation up to 15th question? Is that okay with every one of you? Yes, everyone? Is that clear up to this point? Right, great. Okay. Then moving to the 15th, which of the digital logic symbol given in the table represent not logic? Okay, so we can clearly identify this is the NOT gate, so it represents not logic, right? And we can clearly say this is not the NOT logic because we know this is the way that the NAND gate has represented. NAND gate is made out of fixing a NOT gate in front of an AND gate. So NAND gate never represents NOT logic, right? So that means, yeah, ABC is not clear, people here, but I guess you realize what is A, what is B, and what is C, right? So these are the ABCs. So definitely A should be in your answer, not B, right? So for that reason, this is wrong, and this is wrong. So the correct answer is going to be the third one. Even we don't know about this, right? We can find out the answer. Even though we don't know about the C, we can find the answer, right? We know definitely A is going to be a NOT gate. B is never going to be a NOT gate, right? So you can go third one as the answer. 17th, a father presents an electronic token parrot to his son on his birthday. It can be controlled remotely by two push buttons, right? Two push button switches. When both buttons are not pressed at all or pressed together, the parrot does not talk, but talks when either one of them is pressed, the digital logic that corresponded to this operation of the token parrot. Yeah. People, as I remember, the XOR gate was not in your syllabus now. Let me confirm it. Hold on. Because this question is regarding the XOR gate. Yeah. Yeah. So you can consider this as an out of syllabus one, because the operation of this explains how the operation happens in an XOR gate, right? But you are not learning about the XOR gate in your gate lesson in the syllabus. So take it as an out of syllabus one, right? Here the answer is going to be the fourth one, right? But you can take the marks for that since it is out of syllabus, right? And the 18th, do we have 18th? Yes, we have 18th. Which of the following is responsible for management, coordination of activities and sharing of resources of a computer? Yeah, now this is very easy. This management, coordination of the activities and sharing the resources of computer, that is done by the operating system. Operating system has two major roles. One is providing user interfaces. The other one is management, coordination of activities and sharing the resources of a computer, right? So it's definitely the operating system. When it comes to the management of these resources, it does process management, it does memory management, it does security management, and it does, what else it is doing? Input-output device management, right? So those kind of management are done, and the network management as well is done by the operating system, right? So managing the resources of a computer system clearly does by the operating system. Apart from that, it provides the user interfaces to the user. So those are the two major roles of the operating system. right? So for 18th, second one is the answer. 19th, 19 is not asked to do so. So the 20th, a database that contains table linked by common field is called, a database that contains tables linked by common field is called a relational database, right? So that is what we are learning in our database management system lesson, right? We use this primary key, foreign key relationship. We had done some practicals regarding that in the grade 10, if you can remember, right? So that is called a relational database, right? Flat file database is not something like that. Centralized database or distributed database, we are not talking about those concepts. It is the relational database, which has the relations in between tables, right? So 21st, the memo field of a table in database is used to store, right? So the memo field is there to store something lengthy, right? A text which is very long, right? We can use, we can do it using the memo field, right? So not the video clips, not the audio clips. Lengthy text and audio clips, lengthy text can be stored, but the audio clips are not with the memo, right? So definitely the answer is going to be the first one for the 21st. 22nd, what is the part of a table in a database that contains one specific type of data? One specific type of data is listed under a one particular field, right? If you take telephone number as a field, it has only telephone numbers. If you take name, it has only names. So names are in the text data type. Telephone number can be a numeric data type, right? Or the text as well, right? Or if you take salary, it can be a currency data type, right? If you take, let's say the, what, a student or not, yes, no type of thing, right? So a field in a table is going to contain one specific type of data, right? So that is called a field. That is why it is called a field. So the fourth one is going to be the answer. If you take the record, it has many kinds of data. And in your school, if you consider your student record, your index number is there, your name is there, your parent names are there, your home address is there, your home telephone numbers are there. So different kinds of data, a collection of different kinds of data gives you a record, right? But field, it's just one type of data is under that. Okay, the 23rd, the given shows a part of an electronic worksheet created by a student to display 2 times table, right? That means the multiplication of 2's. What formula would have been written into cell C1 by the student? So this is the C1 cell, right? So this is regarding what the, what is the name? I'm not getting the name. Relative and absolute. Yeah, this is regarding the absolute cell references, right? So in the first one, it says A1 into B1. Now here, whether they have said this is going to use for the other things as well. The given figure shows a part of electronic worksheet. Yeah. Now this question does not say the formula written inside this cell is going to copy to all other cells. So this 2 can be created using the first equation as well. When A1 multiplies with B1 will produce C1 without a problem. But if you are going to copy this formula, the formula inside here is going to be copied to the rest of the cells, then keeping this as it is going to be a problem. Because when it is copying, we know when a formula copying downwards inside a one particular column, the letters are not going to change, but the numbers are going to change. Right, so this is asking what formula would have been written into the cell C1 by the student. Right, so 1 can also be taken as a correct answer. Right, and yeah, I wonder whether they have give all the answers are correct in here. Not yet, neither 23rd, but they have said it's only the third one. The මේ වගේ question එකක තියෙන ගැටලුව මේකයි. දැන් ඔයගලන්ට මේක විභාගයට આવොත් they will definitely like in your one, right? Yeah, Minul, most suitable, as you say, we can go for the third one, but then again they haven't asked about most suitable one, right? They're asking what kind of a formula that can be there in the C1. So C1 can have almost all the formulas, right? Because they haven't said that that formula is going to be copied downwards, right? So a student, this student can write a separate formula here and another separate formula here, right? He can hard code it. In case if this is said that this particular formula is going to be copied to the rest of the things, excuse me people. So in case if they said if that to be copied to the rest of the cells, then of course you can't go with the A, right? Not with the second one, because if this is going to be copied, so you have to say equals A1 is not going to change anyway, right? So in any case, so it should be $1, right? It doesn't matter you have no dollar mark at the left of the letter, because it is going to copy in a one single column. Letter is not going to change anyway, right? So you can write $1 into B1, right? If it is going to copy for these things, for these places, but question doesn't elaborate something like that, right? And if the equation comes like this, $A, $1, still it is correct, because $A means A is not going to change, as well as 1 is not going to change in here. A was මාරු වෙනස් වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ, එක වෙනස් වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ ඩොලර් එක තියෙනකොට. But එකම column එකේ copy කරන නිසා A වලට ඩොලර් එකක් තිබීම අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Because when we are copying inside a one particular column, letter is not going to change, right? So second one is wrong, because in the second one, it's just $A only. It says $A1. So $A1 means A is not going to change, but 1 is going to change. So 1 will change as 2, 3, 4 when it is copied downwards the column, right? So this is wrong, this is wrong. This is the correct one. This is wrong again. It is because this $B, $1 needs to be changed relatively, right? So B1 should be in the relative cell reference. A1 should be in the absolute cell reference, right? But in the 23rd, in the question, they haven't said this formula is going to be copied, right? So you can take, you can take all marks for this. For any answer, I'm going to give the marks, right? But if the question changes, as I told you, then of course, you have to be very conscious or very careful when you are searching for a one. Right? Okay. So 24th. So for 23rd, you can take marks. People, it doesn't matter what is the answer that you have provided. 24th, the given figure shows a part of an electronic worksheet which contains name of students and the percentage of marks obtained by them in an examination. The evaluation is done on the basis of obtaining at least 40 marks in pass. Yes, if condition is there, if condition is not in your syllabus now, so this is out of syllabus. 24th, you can take marks, right? It is out of syllabus 1, so don't worry about that. 25th, the given pie chart represents the grade-wise distribution of 1,000 students in a school. Which one of the following conclusion is incorrect? They are asking about an incorrect one, right? There are more than 375 students in the grade 1 and 5. So they are talking about 1,000 students, right? So since they are talking about 1,000 students, if we divide this into 4 pieces which are identical, this portion indicates 250 students, right? So that means the portion which represents grade 1 and 5 is larger than 250. This is also larger than 250. The rest of the things are less than 250. But here they are talking about 375. No, that is going to be a problem. Yeah. Now, when it comes to the second option, there are more than 250 students in grade 6 and 9. Now, that is correct, right? Because it is bigger than the 250 portion. There are more than 125 students in grade 10 and 11. Now, we can't say whether it is more or less. Then they have to show the particular angle correctly. They haven't given any details about the angles. Sometimes when it, no, since this is the original paper, there shouldn't be any problem regarding that. But yeah. Yeah, people, we can't exactly say anything about the third and the fourth. Yeah, if we think something like this, hold on. මේකල හරියටම හතරට බෙදුවම එක කොටසක 250යි. ඒකත් අපි භාගය කියන පෝෂන් එකට ගෙනාවොත් right, this little portion indicates 125, right? In that case, we can say the portion belongs to the grade 10 and 13, right over here, is bigger than 125. So fourth one can also be taken as an correct one. Yeah, it's not the fourth one, the third one, 10 and 11 cut here, right? But when you come to the grade 12 and 13, somewhere here, may part taker, it is less than 1/8 portion from the circle. Circle again, 8න් එකකට වඩා මෙයා පොඩි. මොකද මෙහෙම ගැහුවම 4න් එකක් වෙනවා. right? මේ ටික හරියටම බෙදුවොත් මෙන්න මේ කොටස් ටික තමයි 8න් එක වෙන්නේ. right? So මේ portion එක 8න් එකකට වඩා පොඩි. So because of that, we can say there are more than 125 students in the grade 12 and 13 as an incorrect one. Is it the fourth one for the 25th? Yeah, the fourth one. Yeah, but it's a very close call. Right? හරියටම කියන්නේ mark කරලා තිබුණා නම් වටිනවා හරියට. Right? So for 25th, we can take fourth one as the answer. Minul, third one එකේ කියන්නේ there are more than 125 students in grade 10 and 11 කියලානේ. So grade 10-11 portion එක තමයි මිනුල් මේ නිල් පාටින් මගේ තියෙන්නේ. 10-11 portion is larger than 1/8. අටෙන් එකකට වඩා ලොකුයි නේ. ඒතර අටෙන් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ 125යි. ඒතර 10-11 125කට වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අටෙන් එකකට වඩා ලොකු නිසා. Right, but 12-13 ගත්තම එයා අටෙන් එකක් තරම් ලොකු කැලලක් නෙවෙයි තියෙන්නේ. නේද? අපිට මේක මෙහෙම ඇඳලා බැලුවොත් තමයි ඕක පොඩ්ඩක් figure out කරගන්න වෙන්නේ. Right? මේක නිකන් හරියටම බෙදෙන ප්‍රමාණය බැලුවොත් මෙන්න මේ හරියෙන් තමයි ඉර යන්නේ. Right? එතකොට මේ portion එක අටෙන් එකට වඩා පොඩි. මේ portion එකක් අටෙන් එකට වඩා ලොකුයි. Right? So because of that, third one can be taken as a correct one, but not the fourth. Okay, so people, the time is up, right? So we have another 15 questions to go by next week. So I'm going to complete those 15 plus the second paper of the 2009 by next week. So get ready as well as do the 2010, right? And get ready, right? Most probably we won't be having time to do that on next week. Papers dekama kata karan tiyena nisa. But don't you stop doing the papers, right? Week ekata එක paper එක ගානේ කරගෙන යන්න. Right? Right? Okay, so I'll see you on next week for the very same time, right? Until that, thank you very much, people. Have a nice weekend. Right?
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Right. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.